All right, let's start this question by just revisiting this topic. So let's say I'm going to make it more simple. I'm going to say that I could have maybe chips, burger, pizza. So I've got three mains overall. And then for desserts, I could have ice cream. Let me do this in a different color. Or I could have what else? Cake. Now, I could either have chips. If I'm having both, I could have chips and ice cream, or I could have chips and cake. Two possibilities. Or I could have burger and ice cream and burger or cake. Another two possibilities. Or I could have pizza and ice cream and pizza and cake. So basically, for each one of these, there are two possibilities, and the overall consequence is I'm just going to multiply them together. It's 3 times 2, which is 6. That's a very little summary of what's going on in this topic, but it kind of justifies what happens next. If I've got 8 starters and 12 mains, well, for every starter, I've got 12 mains. So for my first starter, I've got 12 mains. For my second starter, I've got 12 mains. Overall, I'm going to multiply these numbers together. It's going to be 8 times 12, and that's equal to 96. If I'm only getting mains and desserts, well, for every main, there's now 6 desserts, but there's 12 mains, so it's going to be 12 times 6, and that equals 72. Finally, I might have a starter, a main, and a dessert. Well, let's say I pick a starter, and I pick a main. Well, there's 6 desserts for that particular starter and main. But then for that particular starter, there are actually 12 mains. So for that particular starter, there's going to be 12 times 6 mains and desserts. But there's actually 8 starters. So the consequence is that I'm going to multiply all of these together, and it's going to be 8 times 12 times 6. This is known as the product rule for counting. I've just used it in slightly different ways. Well, not using different ways, but this one I had to consider 3, and these ones I just had to consider 2. So overall, I'm trying to show this 744. I'm trying to find all the possible ways, so I'm just going to add them together. 96 plus 72. I should probably work out what that other one is. It's 576. So I add these together, and that gives me my required answer, 744.